Hey guys, I hope you can hear me. I have to close the doors of this one. They keep opening up, doesn't matter. Okay, guys, let me check if all is good and you guys can see me, hear me, and I look a little bluish. Let's change the color. Better. Okay, okay. Yeah, perfect. I can see myself in here, so uh, yeah. It's good to be back. What a crazy weekend. Oh, guys, Fox 8 Ball, dude, you're a legend. He's the craziest dude ever. He came, he had like a cutout on his hair, Armwars, and I heard rumors that he might tattoo it, which is, hmm, you know. Uh, yeah, Armwars reality check is finished. It's in the history books. I was very happy and glad to be a part of this event. Not only it as it was like a return of Armor Super Series, but this like great card. It was just great card. Yeah, we have Tukarcher, man. He made some amazing photos. I'm a little overwhelmed to be honest. Like I got back, I was pretty tired. I'm still a little bit tired from the whole event and everything else. But yeah, overall it was amazing experience. I never felt so much love. Just there were so many people that came there just to watch the matches, watch my Giannis, and just arm wrestling for arm wrestling, which is something that we don't see, we have never seen, and it's just it's really great, and I can't thank everyone enough who was there, who supported in the crowd, who took pictures and everything else. But yeah, it was just crazy weekend to be honest, and I'm gonna recap it and talk about it. Comments, ask them away, and I'll try to you know answer them. But overall, what an amazing experience. Always like wanted to be part of Arnold Classic. Before that, there's it, like really strong tournament was in USA. You know, never been there for that, but had a chance to pull on the big stage. And yeah, let's straight away let's talk about my match. And I want to get some things clear. And it's yeah, if you so the whole situation was I was supposed to pull Alan Guerre. Alan Guerre is inside puller, and I thought that match is great because I know my hand is really good, and he struggles with guys with strong hands. So I knew I always will have that advantage on him, and I know he will make. He will not try to finish me. He wants to arm wrestle me, and that's what I want. So if I can have a really good match and be a chance that even if I lose to go in a deep water, you know, uh, yeah, I'll do it. And the whole thing fall apart, and Neil calls me like I don't know, maybe a month, maybe a few weeks before I was pulling Frode, and he said like Alan's out. I was like okay, and he says I want you to pull Craig Sanders. So I know Craig for quite some time. I think 7 8 years ago we met first time. Craig's one of those guys that is so hard to stop. And I was in a grocery store. I was walking, talking with Neil, and in my head I'm thinking like, how I'm gonna stop this guy, because I was like, okay, I have to stop him. Then I have to get in hook. How will I get in hook? He's very good at going where he wants. If he feels your hand is good. Oh man, Neil pickups in the chat, dude. Neil thank you so much for everything. You know, showcasing our arm wrestling and just being part of it. It was really great, and thank you so much. But yeah, he calls me, we talking, and I'm in my head, I'm thinking like, dude, this is this is not good. But I'm like, well, maybe I'm stronger, But you never know because I really haven't pulled Craig. I don't think so, or I don't remember. But I know a lot of guys that he beat and everyone else. Yeah, so Fraud's match ends, and basically I get 4 weeks to work on it. I go to training sessions. I got back from Norway. I was sick. I stayed away from gym and everything for 3 days, then get right at it. My arms felt pretty good. My elbows felt a little bit weird, and they still do, but my hand felt fine. So we did a lot of training together with Raymond Santonovic. He's preparing for the Petrenko match, and just preparing for that. And we're thinking about all the strategies. And yeah, little reminder. So the videos, like I posted, I deleted them because the videos will go out on Neil's channel, and maybe later down the year it will come out on mine, because Neil invested so much of his in that, and that's 100% his. And I'm just gonna send all the traffic to him to get the recognition for those matches. They were absolute, screamer of the matches, screamers. But yeah, and what I heard, in few months, the film version of those matches will come out, which I think will be just something completely amazing. And I hope everyone will wait for that, because it doesn't matter if you will see the match, you will want to watch those film versions of the match, because they will tell a different story and more in-depth story of those things. But still, yeah, I get Craig Sanders, and we're thinking about all the strategies. From all the videos I see, Craig always gets this, and he gets this, and it's very hard for guys to escape. I know, okay, my hook is good. I should be good in hook. I think my hand is good, but I'm kind of afraid that he will just flash pin me real fast. And if you would ask me before I go to that match, this is why I made no, stake me on stake kings and all that stuff, because I was thinking I'm a big underdog. Craig is so fast, so strong, such a good executioner and finisher. And if you would ask me before we head out to UK, would you put all your money on you or Craig? I would said Craig, because for me that was a big unknown. I know I'm fast, but I think he's that tick faster. I know I'm strong, but I know he gets in positions very quickly. And Giannis had two super matches with him. Giannis struggled a lot in those super matches. He won 4-2 and 6-0, in 2014. I don't know when 4-2 was, but Giannis tells the stories, and I have seen so much of those. So much of his matches. He beat Sam Harris, he's beat Giannis, I think in 2017, WL, it's overall so many things that were against me, to be honest. But we had strategy, and I will explain my strategy. My strategy, like going on the table before the first go, I was thinking, okay, so I'm gonna get flash pinned, and then I'm gonna try to get to the strap for 5 rounds, and we'll see if I can do it. But the story was completely different. My hand is really solid, and we talked with Giannis. Do you have to have more confidence in your hand? Because my hand is really solid, and I'm dealing with a lot of top rollers, and I have to contain them here. And so you know, I got things done what was needed to do. I gave up. I gave up the second round. In the fourth round, I wasn't really trying to get back because I was in such a compromising position that Giannis was like, "Don't drain your power. Don't lose your hand." Because every time the strap was on his hand, I could top roll him. And I remember when I top rolled him, I'm like, "Dude," because that was never an option for me. I was like, "No chance I will open out Craig Sanders." Craig Sanders is so hard to top roll. It's crazy. And I did it, and I'm really proud of it. And me and Craig, we talking, and Craig just, I saw him later next day, and he's like, dude, that was the best match. We just had amazing match. And he wasn't even sad or anything. And we have that thing that we share now, a war, and yeah, I completely understand. Like, I will never be Vlad the Destroyer or I will be Giannis. No, but I can give you exciting matches and up my level on the way up. This year I had Mazahir match, which I would say match of the card of the day for sure. And then I had Frodis match where I wasn't looking terrible. Rue, not now. But yeah, and then Craig Sanders match. So maybe this year I'll finish with another super match. But overall, I will for sure. I want to pull super matches. I was thinking maybe to go to Europeans, but my arms, they feel like they had so much miles on them, and I haven't really stopped. And for me right now, and I understand the concept of Armwars completely 100%, and concept of super matches. And it's cool to be strong. It's cool to win. But if the match isn't good, there's nothing for you to take. And yeah, I think the match was really, really. I think the match was amazing. I really think. I think that was the best match because it was so close, and we both. And in the last round, when he took the hand, it was so. I was thinking, if we get a restart, I will have the strap will be on his hand, not the restart, but the seventh round. If we have the silver, bullet round, but I was like, I don't want to risk it. I really do want to risk it. So I get the back pressure going, and I get the side pressure and just finish him there. Craig is amazing. I really love Craig. We had such a good time there, and it was just yeah, it was really good. Derek's in the house. Yeah, thank you, buddy. Thanks everyone who's here. I really appreciate it. I saw super chat. Let's get to that. Aussie Armor, Ray, you big legend. You look like you had a great time at the event. Great winner over Bullet. Ready, bang. Ready, bang. Yeah. We have Neil. Neil is the greatest matchmaker in arm wrestling history, and he's the greatest commentator in arm wrestling history. It's the same as John's the GOAT. He's the GOAT there. And it was amazing. The giant show he did later was really cool. We had such a blast meeting up with strongman, going behind the scenes and everything else. Neil, you're the man. Yeah, I can't wait to do more things together with you. And I love that. I love the Arm Wars, and I feel really strong now. That there's after the fraud thing, I was down because you never want to be on a losing record. Yeah, I lost Adrian with left arm, but it was fine. I wasn't like I wasn't training my left arm for the event, and I just took it because I was there. And you never say no when Neil Pickup says you want to have a match. So, you know, and I don't take it personally or don't think about it. And Adrian's a strong dude. I couldn't give anything to him really. One round. That was enough for me. But the right arm, I feel very good and I feel very confident, and I can say, Frode, go for super merch. It fits you better and it's a lot more fun. Frode Haugland. Okay, this is, I don't know if it's unpopular opinion, but I think Frode is the greatest super match puller of all time. If you want to create drama or intrigue, Frode is your guy. Yeah. Uh, Me and Frodo, we bust each other's balls so hard. We, on the first day he lost, I won, and we were just like, yeah, talking, and I was like, all the winners get here. I'm like, Frodo, where are you going? And the next day it was the opposite. Yeah, I love that dude. We had such a great time together there, and everyone else. Me and Frodo, me and Frodo, me and Frodo shared the room, so he was sleeping in the bed next to me, and we both snoring, so we didn't hurt anything. But yeah. Yeah, the thing that I want everyone to know is that Adrian Popescu has really bad fundamentals. He's fundamentally very, very weak arm wrestler. But yeah, So on my channel, they're gonna come out really small clips, glimpses, small things that I took from the sidelines after the match is finished and things like that, just from some insights from arm wrestlers. As soon as like the match goes out on Neil's channel, I'm gonna post a video where we talk about when the match has ended from that perspective. So I think you will enjoy it. Um, let's see Team Latvia. I'm very proud of my guys and I'm very happy with my guys. Let's start with Sanders. Sanders came in there. He was supposed to pull, you know, who he was supposed to, Sonev, Jordan Sonev, but uh, Jordan couldn't get there, and we wanted Adrian O'Dwyer, and he didn't want it or couldn't get there. Doesn't matter, but he pulled Weber, and Saunders is another of those. He's great everywhere. He's technical, he's fast, he's strong. He flash pin him 4 times, pretty much in different scenarios, and then he went 2 times in a hook just to test it out. And I think that's very brave. And yeah, Saunders is a great puller. Uh, he needs to have that big match because he's like really strong, and I'm happy. Uh, Kaspars. Kaspars, the story of Kaspars is just the craziest story. If you can think about, like someone will say, I got here last minute, Kaspars really got there in last minute. And I think no one really thought that Kaspars Kaspars could do anything, to Tom. I don't think anyone really thought that Kaspars goes and wins the first round, and it's a bang and it's a screamer for next 5 rounds. And I think round three, uh, Tom was in the hook with him. He's like, no, 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 because Kaspars doesn't let go. There's no quitting in him. He goes where you're the strongest, and oh man, that was yeah, yeah, that was really. Good. And I don't think and I think for the first time again, Kaspers didn't feel like he lost because he put on such a great show on such a short notice. And I think everyone was excited. Neil told me, dude, it's fine. Because he called me and he's like, who you have like good, lightweights that can get here? I said, Kaspers can get here. He's like, is he strong? I'm like, yes. He's like, well, I said, he might win it. You never know. So he's like, okay. Because Neil was, a little bit afraid that it would be such a mismatch. The Kasper Beep was so much weaker and just couldn't go through. I think, I think we need a rematch with Kasper's preparing for that rematch, and we would see um, more amazing match. 100%. Kaspers is a killer, and just yeah. I had him on super match before. Then I go, what match didn't go as expected? Keep it up. What match didn't go as expected? I think Ryan Espy. I expected Ryan to be, to be way. Let's say this. I thought the match would be more contestant, with him and Alex Kudecha. Kudecha was just phenomenally strong. We'll get to that. Don't worry. But yeah, Vlad's destroyer. Vlad came in with left arm as expected. Total domination, total destruction. There's like literally there was nothing that Bozhdar could do. I really think Vlad might be number one and number two guy in 80-85 in the world with left arm. We'll see in Worlds for sure. With right arm, uh, Boji is a beast, and Vlad tried everything. Vlad opened him up a few times without the strap. He hit hard on the tricep. Boji just his hook is amazing. And again, you seeing guys like when you see those matches, you need to understand these is the top of the tier. These are top of the line arm wrestlers. These are, in my opinion, the best there is. Top five, however you look at it, depending on the day, on their weight class. And I think that was, yeah, it was a great match. And we like Boji loves us. We love Boji, and there was, there's nothing like an uh, how to say this. There's no bad blood. They meet like they meet yearly, at least once or twice every year, and exchange wins. And I think this is the rivalry that will that brings them both to another level. Because Lod's already like, he understand where he was losing and he wants to improve that. And I think like Boji, when you see his interview, that I'm like, as soon as Neil gets those videos out, I will put a video of Boji's interview after the match. And it doesn't look like he won. It's crazy. Yeah, and then there's Giannis. Giannis, dude, he's a bad dude. I remember when 2013, when Giannis won Worlds. I think it was in Poland. Just watching Giannis pull. First time I saw him pulling internationally, it's like a spectacle. He's like, he's so precise, methodical, and when he's in a good shape, he just, he finishes people. And in a super match format, he really understands how to destroy you, you know. And I'm really sad that Hale got injured. But like Giannis went in hard, and I know like Hale was saying he was ready, and he felt like he was the strongest version of him. He was when we talked a week before, he said he's ready to win WAF Worlds. So that's how confident he went in. And Giannis was just strong. That hand control is ridiculous. And we talk with Hale, and I'm like, dude, like every Latvian has been on that receiving end. You know how it is. So in the final, Giannis and Tom pulled. Tom was trashed. Giannis felt, that his elbow did some damage uh, from Hale match because Hale went really hard. It wasn't like Hale was just, like Giannis took it. It was no, it wasn't that. It wasn't. Hale was really strong, and Giannis like used a lot of his power there. But still, Giannis managed to beat Tom 6 to nothing and wins 4-0 and 6-0, and uh, yeah, we'll see. Carolyn Looms, dear Coach Ray, will you and Sanders, Kaspers, and Giannis go to King of the Table in Dubai in the future? Love your team's camaraderie. I love my team too, and we help each other, we bring each other up, and I think that was, we'll see. Look, I think you have to find a good opponent. You kind of have a mismatch on. It's very hard to find good opponents where it's a good, solid match. And that's where Neil Pickup comes in. But for sure, I think Latvian guy is going to be back. Um, I think the fans loved it, and we love the fans there. So, mm, um, yeah. So Latvians, I'm very happy. I'm very proud. I'm happy that there's a lot of Latvians living in UK. They came to that event. Some of them have never arm wrestled, and they just come there. And yeah. Your match with Craig was the best match. I think so too. Someone should send a message to Fraud. you know, I was like, Fraud. I'm like, I had the best match of the weekend. Next day, he's like, another 4-3. He's a crazy dude. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the big guys, big boys, Kurdecha and SP. I was so impressed how strong Kurdecha was, how much he has improved. And again, I'll put something in my tea. Still good. We had a talk a week before with Kurdecha. You can find it in on the channel if you haven't seen it, like in podcast with him. And he's so smart. He's like I want to get better, and I cannot get better without slowly improving. And he just goes up, and he said like in the matches with top eight, he was really so fresh. It's 5 years for him in arm wrestling, like really seriously, and he's just getting better. And he has the frame really to be that top guy. But everyone's like, well, in 3 years he will beat LeBron. Let's wait and see. Jumping to conclusions are never good, but let's wait and see. But he has all the things needed to be the top guy. you know and yeah, SB was huge. SB looked ridiculous. 170 kilos, 365 pounds, something like that. He was big. Like, it's so crazy, so fast that I didn't get a picture with him, and I wanted to have a picture with both of them, and I would look like they're normal size arm wrestlers, and I'm just a midget. But yeah, SB was big. and I think he came in prepared from talking with him. Just Alex was, another level. Like he hit the ceiling on a different floor. And Alex, I'm very excited to see what happens next for you, buddy. You are you are a really special arm wrestler. You're gonna be there. You just need to work on those things that you need to work on. And he like his homework for SP and his execution, he looked really, really good. Yeah, so that's with the big guys. Um, Uncle John, Uncle John, Jonathan Thompson. It was really nice meeting him in person finally, and he's another one that uh, he does so much for community and helping the sport to grow. And he has his fans, and he was facing David Bradford and Jason Hill. Last minute, like, you want to have a super match, and he's like, of course I want to have a super match. So he pulled uh, Jason Hill with right arm. I think he won 5-1 or 6-0, something like that. It looked really good. But David Bradford, he lost 6-0. I think the gap there was just way too huge. But he put in work. Like he got in shape. He David Bradford saved the Queen. Yeah. So now David Bradford's new daddy of Queen now. But it's still it's good. And yeah, we're talking like, dude, you took the only win for the West. So Uncle John, uh, he knows he has things to improve, and he for his debut on Armwars, he was awesome. I loved him. He was staying in the same apartment that I was staying. Um, with all the craziness again, we didn't have time to hang out more, maybe next time, but I will get to Canada and for sure meet him. And yeah, I'm happy that he was there. He did his thing, got a W. That's really important. It's very sad to go back without winning a match or showcasing yourself. And yeah, I just think David Bradford was way too much, and he looked really, really good there. From the big matches, who have I forgotten from the big matches? Oh, okay. One of those guys' name is RVJ, and one of those guys is Sasha. Yeah, I said that I don't see Sasha losing, and it's very hard for and I like RVJ came in. I think he's brave that he came in to arm wrestle such an unorthodox arm wrestler. Like Sasha is small. Sasha is like this. And he uses everything so good. His setup is great. He won the hand. I was really surprised when he top rolled him. The second round where they went hanging on like this, and RVJ was trying to press him down to the pad. He almost did the thing that he kind of needed to do, but he needs more. I think he just needs more. He needs more interactions with really, really strong arm wrestlers, like the strongest, and not the guys that you keep facing the same. You need new ones, and that's how you grow, win or lose. And all the thing with Pradeep and Ryan and him, and I just think it's ridiculous. Yeah, every match has a winner and a loser. And it's like, we just kind of, get rid of the loser like he's no one. When Todd lost to Devon, like guys were writing, yeah, he's not even top 10 now. I'm like, how? We were just talking that he might beat the 11, and now he's not even top 10. It's just ridiculous. Um, RBJ, way nicer in person. I knew that before, but uh, you know, I don't want to get in their mess. I just think that RBJ stepped up, faced, who cares? Lost, that's cool, doesn't matter, and just move forward with all these things like the things that Bowen and Pradeep and all that. Just, that's their drama. Let them have their drama. I don't want none of that. But yeah, yeah. Rob was yeah, like Sasha speaks great English, but he's so shy. It's ridiculous. So in a match, you might hear or see me being there in the corner and saying like, Sasha, flex a little, show some biceps, smile in the last rounds because he was so worried. He was really, really worried. And I'm like, dude, you're a superstar. Just use it. There's like 3,000 people there watching or more. I'm like, just use it. The crowd's gonna love you. And because he wins, he's like, and just walks away. I'm like, dude, I like Sasha a lot, and I think like Bulgarians are, really not only great arm wrestlers, they're really nice and cool. And the thing that they was, you know, the thing about them getting there, it was it was a big challenge there before, but it's happy that they were there. Yeah, Borzidar is a real superstar. He's just one of those amazingly humble guys. It's hard to understand. Yeah, I will post that video when you see Boji and Vlad have the right arm screamer, and you'll see what Boji said after that. It's crazy. It's just crazy. But yeah, yeah, I like those guys a lot. I tried to adopt Boji there, but the paperwork didn't go through. We'll see. Maybe later. Um, could be. Let's see. Let's see. Frode won both arms. Oh, Frode. Okay, yeah, Frode and Stoika. Stoika is like I knew this before. Stoika is really great arm wrestler, like really good. He can press, he can top roll him. What you never should be doing is playing with Frode if you want to win. If you want to have a good match, and the thing that I want to see at some point is someone really having a match where Frode quits. You know, where Frode is in a position where he just cannot get up and he just lays down. I want to see that match happen because it's very hard to find some of those. And he was so much in both of those matches. Stoika and Frode, both of those guys are really great. But yeah, Stoika tried to hook him, which is never a good idea. But of course, that's another guy that you will be very excited to see that match because they went for it like hard in the left arm and right arm, and it's amazing. Adrian Popescu, Adrian, his left is ridiculous. His left is like really ridiculous. His right, I think it's normal, but left is really really ridiculous. Um, I would love to have a rematch at some point when my left is healthy because now I cannot press in my tricep. I can, but the power is nowhere near where it was. Um, but he was just ridiculous. He beat Tom, he beat me in a fashion. I was so happy that I got that one good victory in Hook when he got too overly confident and I got a chance to settle in and get where I want. And I was so happy with it. And I thought that, and I beat him, it might drain him a little bit. I drained myself and it was done. Yeah, Tom Holland is yeah. Tom is a great arm wrestler. I would love to have Tom match with Tom at some point. Uh, yeah. So I got there, from all the worrying, and I was, I'm very good at holding fluids in my body. If I if I drink something and eat like something a little bit salty, I will have extra weight. And I was like, I think in the morning when I woke up, I was 90.5 kilos. I got back yesterday when I have eaten all day and I have drank, I was 86. I went to the gym today. We went to sauna, get back from sauna, and I'm 85. I'm like, okay, So there was a lot of stress this weekend for sure, especially like for me, there was a lot of stress to be honest. And it was just, yeah. Uh, Boxer ball. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see some questions. Sorry, guys, I was talking my monologue for this night show, but let's see some questions happening. Let's keep it to Armwars reality check, and I don't want to answer now, Gennady or Todd. Ray, can Sanders beat Levon? Most likely he can. Depends on what they're playing. Okay. Oh yeah, let's Kachan and Berzang. I'll get to those comments back. Um, Kachan and Berzang. John is, phenomenal arm wrestler. It's so crazy. I love watching him, and when he's back and everything, all the stuff he's doing. that match was really good match. Yeah, John lost one of the fundamentals. He still had few more of them left. Hold on, finish the work. It was not the first time when John kind of struggles with really great guys that attack his hand like really good. And yeah, he did the job done. I still think like Paul Lynn. I don't. I will not say Paul Lynn has no chance, but I think Paul Lynn has a lot of work in front of him. It's going to be a very hard match. I think Paul Lynn will give him a match. I'm 100% supporting Paul Lynn, but I think John's still going to win. But let's see. I'm happy to watch these matches happen. I watch John and Kachan a few times because it was a good match. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's see what else. He lost the fundamental. He lost the fundamental, like Adrian. Well, Adrian cannot lose something he doesn't have, you know. But yeah, when will the matches be uploaded? It's been a few days already. So the matches from the POV of Neil Pickup will be uploaded daily. Neil, let's up these to 3 matches a day. Let's not keep people waiting. But the matches that, like the videos that you really want to see, they're gonna come a little bit later this year because there's a lot of production going in them. And I feel we're gonna come out like superstars. I can't wait to see my match from those angles, from all those things, and all the interviews. And I don't know if Craig did an interview. I would love to, because in my interview they asked me like how it's gonna go, and everything I said, I don't think it worked out. I think it went completely the opposite way. Yeah. Love the crowd work. Arm Wrestling Gods has a playlist of all matches, I think. It should be down. Wait. Have you seen Engin's next? Have you seen Engin's next lineup? Yeah, I'm involved in that lineup, so we'll see. Making that lineup. There's a lot of stuff, guys, coming on. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. Arm Wrestling Gods. Yeah, Neil, you tell him. You call him and tell him. Um, Great behind the scenes, the strongman. Oh, the strongmans were. Oh man, the Giants live show. If you're in UK and you have a chance to see Giants live show, Neil kills it with Kazmaier together. They just kill. It was so funny. It was so cool. You know, at one point there was like a break, and I don't know, 6,000 people, maybe more, maybe more. I don't know how many people were in attendance, but like a lot of people, and they put on like Sweet Caroline, Neil Diamond, and everyone started singing it. It was so crazy. I loved it so much. It's really, and yeah. What's next for Blood? Europeans, then Worlds, both of them. Him and Boji, they're gonna meet there in 80 kilo class. Yeah. As far as all that I have watched so far on El channel was epic. Matt Rhodes Sport. What's up, Matt? Dude, some of the matches gonna be so epic, It like I'm happy that they posted my match first because I still think that was the best match of the event, and but yeah, the Armwars reality check was amazing, and it's like doing it in Arnold Classic, always wanted to be there, I always thought that I would do some bench pressing there or powerlifting, but no, I'm gonna perform in front of a lot of people. So yeah, who's number one guy in Latvia right now? I think Sanders is with both arms. Normal's had his injury, so we don't know, but I think Sanders is. Sorry, Ray, the best match was Froda. So, Thomas, dude, we have to ban you. I'm sorry. You cannot say those things here. I'm kidding. Don't ban him. Neil Pickups who brought this event stuff you had working for your live stream. It all armors and gotcha. Yeah, Ray, thanks for the pick in the stands. We were clearing out the strongman event. Tell Giannis I wanted to pick two, but two was shy to ask, hey Giannis, and walked away. So we're waiting for, everyone's walking out. We're gonna go backstage, and Ripsis approaches me and let's take a picture. I'm like, yeah. And he sees Giannis there, and he's like, hey Giannis, goes away, and I'm like, see Giannis, I have one more fan than you have, and it was the best day of my life. Just absolutely, never felt better. Now you broke all that illusion, dude. Come on, why? Whoever put me in timeout, please read my message before he sends him. Okay, I don't know what's it. Is Vlad's left like 10 times better than when he faced Talgut? I don't know if it's 10 times better. With Talgut, he needed few improvements, and Talgut is very fast. And I don't think he has faced him any time before, so we have good understanding on what he's doing, and we'll try to beat him at Worlds. Yeah, we'll try to beat him at Worlds. Okay, I'm the best armor in my house. Nice. Okay. Loved your match, and it was great to see such a huge crowd. Is there anyone from North America you would like to have super match in the future, East or West? Did you get do any after pool with RJ? No, we didn't do any after pool. Like there was talk that we need to be a little bit fresh on Sunday, but so I didn't understand what's going on there, and yeah, I'm disappointed about not enough after pulling, and we'll see. Um, 80 kilo class at the Worlds, yeah, I think it's gonna be, yeah, I think Target should be number one. Blood lost to him, so we'll see. Makes sense. What about Sasha's answer to the next mass question? Hype as fuck, Sasha versus Zil. What's your thoughts? It's a screamer. I'll say honestly, Todd versus Sasha. It's a screamer. I think that should be a really good match. None of them gonna top roll, and none of them really can top roll each other. So if Sasha doesn't go for a top roll, which kind of we saw, and I was like, what the hell? Yeah, we will see a hook war for sure. Yeah, yeah. Ray, what do you think of my hand? Can I top roll you? No chance, buddy. You have to add like 140 kilos to your frame. Get on Ryan Bowen's diet, then there's no chance for me. Who's the king? I feel like that would confirm who's the king of side pressure. Yeah, I feel it too. Yeah. Who had the best performance amongst 2 days of Armwars? I would say Kudech looked phenomenal and Giannis looked phenomenal for sure. If you're talking like all the matches they had, uh, Vlad looked amazing, Sasha looked amazing, Borster looked amazing. So, but I would say with all the things considered, mm-mm-mm. Just one match, 80 kilo. Okay. Our band any good? Can you become a better working? Okay. Yes, you can. Whatever is the question, yes, you can. But it should not be the only thing you do. Uh, Maybe Giannis goes to Worlds. Uh. Do you think John can handle with Kajimazula at Topo? Yes, I think John can handle that. Zenzu, thanks for your super chat, buddy. Your thoughts on John's recent with Dimitri? I thought John did what was needed to win. It's like you can open up the hat. Dimitri is really good puller, like really good puller. Um, in my opinion, it shows that John is in good shape, but he's way past his prime. Yeah, one thing I want to address, and I saw so many comments of this, was like when Giannis beat Hale, they say, well, the thing is, Jeff is not in his prime, and this is why Giannis beat him. Like, dude, Giannis is 40 years old. Giannis, this year, Giannis has been pulling for 25 years. Do you think Giannis is in his prime? Like, how long is Giannis' prime? You know, it's ridiculous statements from both sides. How do you know that wasn't Jeff Hale's prime? You know, it. The, can we measure prime by someone just winning? It's, I would say, having a good performance throughout some period of time would be the best saying. You know, weird things. People are, Coach says, you've been to Dubai. Any plans to return? Most likely for the King of the Table too. I'm just waiting on some things. I'm very happy that Levon's there and Irakli. Like we have talked with Larry, and I gave him things to do and things like that, and uh, he needs to be working with good arm wrestlers that train hard, that understand the dynamics and things that can tell exactly what's happening when someone does this or that. And Irakli and for sure Levan, both of them can do that. And I think it's going to be so beneficial for Larry, and I think it's going to be so beneficial for Levon's recognition in the world. And I'm so happy for that. And I cannot express enough. I was like, dude, this is amazing. You know, yeah, I think I will be back for King of the Table too. I think Suhail has, I have Suhail's number. I think that big guy is gonna get in that hook, and I'm gonna come out as a winner. So let's see. Hermes Gasparini. Hey Hermes, dude. I can't wait for your match. Yeah, I know you're preparing, and that will put you in a world ranking for sure. And I think you're the favorite in my eyes. So awesome. Uh, I got picture with the whole Latvian team whilst at Arnold's. Vlad took my wrist in the photo. Does he always do that to people? Yeah, he takes risks all the time. He's like, "Where's your pronator?" He's like, "Doesn't matter. I just found it." When we were going to Norway, someone made a meme. I forgot who, but someone made a meme, and it's like I take a picture like a selfie with the whole Latvian team, and it's like me and a boy is going to take your pronator. um, let's see. Let's see what we have here. Where do we answer? Do I need it? Can you're filming and Q&A? Uh, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what goes on. I think I would love to go to Dubai one more time this year. So in 3 weeks I'm heading to Lithuania for Europeans. Gonna gonna be there for 9 weeks, for 9 days. I'm sorry, 9 days in Lithuania, and then it's Buff Worlds in Romania. Gonna be there in at the end of October, November. So at the end of November, start of December, and then if all luck falls, if I'm lucky, I'll go to Dubai because I want to get some sun in before the winter settles in. But yeah, and I would love to have one more match this year. No more. I think that's enough. Like I had already three solid super matches. I'm not counting Adrian one. I wasn't preparing for that, but just preparation is hard. Yeah, I went back today to the gym and I felt real good. I was so exhausted. I was so tired, but I just went and did my exercises. Nothing specific for arm wrestling, but I just felt fine. I'm like, dude, haven't felt this in years. But because like after Norway, I was sick and I didn't get like 100% healthy before I got back to training. I got back to training, and it was hard training, dry months for 4 weeks to prepare for that. And last week I did training on Monday. I had, and then it was just kind of chilling, but I had a lot of stuff. I had to, make the arrangements for the trains and everything, all that stuff for the trip. And yeah, it's yeah, it's it's been hard to be honest. It's like lifting heavy, just bouncing, hitting your elbows all the time. Yeah, it's been hard. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have pain in your elbows during daily activities, health-wise, or tendon joints worse comparison or just working out? Oh no, I don't have any pain doing daily activities. I feel like best I have felt in years. I have some issues with my tricep where, in bend position. When I was filming that video with Devon Larratt impression, I did like a King's move and somehow I twisted my arm and it spazzed up here and here. And for the last 3 weeks before the event, I couldn't straighten out my arm at all. And I had a lot of pain going in from here to here. So all the exercises I did was in this range. This felt fine. And of course, I'm not going to say that. I was like, okay, I felt fine. And it didn't bother me at the end. But I couldn't do bench press. I couldn't do pull ups, anything of that. But uh, do, 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 do. Hey Ray, are you on steroids? No, I'm not. I think that's the easiest answer I can answer. You know, yeah, I'm not childish. I'm 17, big boy. The stress ball make hands stronger. Yeah, I got my stress balls. I got inspired by John. Just working on them, I think it helps. Small movements of the hand and things like that. Because my hand felt amazing. So about that match, I was thinking, talking, and I get somewhere else. But only thing was hurting for me, still is hurting, is the small finger and the ring finger flexor muscles. Because my whole match, I was holding on like this. If you go look at that match, this is where I was holding for 6 rounds, basically. And this is where I usually do it. Because when you're a top roller, this is the point, the pinky is the point where you attack with your pronator. Right here, you hit your wrist up or whatever. Very rarely someone will go over here. And Craig hit me there. And, my hand is strong there and I can hold. Because that's the thing that, or the point where I can stop most of the Latvians here. Just, Giannis and Raimonds in training or what, I can get there, because if I don't hold them here, they just go through me. So yeah, that's the only thing that was in pain, but now it feels awesome. Left had pronator from sitting in hook, but overall, um, yeah, I felt really good, and I will get back in training just slowly, and we'll figure out what's next. I would love to pull on that King of the Table card if possible. If no, there's so many people messaging me, and a lot of opportunities, and I want to have like a good match again. I don't want to get killed or kill someone. I want to have a good match, and let's see. Um, hey Ray, are you on creatine? From time to time. I get elbow tendon pains. Zenzu. I get elbow tendon pains whenever I pull, even if just briefly. Can I still do conventional gym training or should I rest until the pain goes away? I think you should do conventional gym training in besides your pulling because it will move the arm, move the muscle, move the tendon, get the blood flow, everything in. So just use lighter weights and try not to do exercise where it brings you or does more pain. So yeah, I'm on creatine. I love creatine. Yeah. Yeah, I take creatine, I get 3 kilos heavier. Like before this, I took creatine for 2 weeks. I usually do it before big matches. Uh, it's scientifically researched. It helps with a lot of things in your body. So, and I usually did it before my bench pressing, and it always helped. So I don't know how much it impacts arm wrestling. I just, well, why not? It's legal. So. mm, Okay, let's see. Did Jeff Hale have any left-hand matches? No, he didn't. Jeff, we kind of asked, might Giannis might be pulling him, me, and there was like Tom, but the thing was, he was feeling so bad with his right arm that he couldn't hold on to the table. And it's completely understandable that, you know, yeah. No, the match was changed to Adrian versus Tom and Adrian versus Ray the same day. Yeah, Adrian Papesco, no fundamentals, really, really just terrible armor, so super strong, beat everyone. Do yourself yearly macro cycle for yourself as you like in powerlifting as well. Do you set out a yearly or macro cycle for yourself as you do in powerlifting as well? I used to do it before, like I had two big matches coming up. We had Europeans and Worlds, so I was preparing for my guys and I was preparing for myself and just put it up. But now that there's so much opportunities and you cannot be sure about Worlds and Europeans, now they're like 3 weeks apart. That I don't see point in that. So the whole training is just a lot of volume at the start, finish by something heavy, a lot of volume at the end, rest, and you do your best. Like Giannis prepared for this match. I prepared for this match like for 4 weeks. That was like really like Vlad didn't prepare. Like he didn't have time and he has school. Kaspars really didn't prepare because he was training for Europeans on Monday. On Tuesday, they did like crazy training session. On Wednesday, I get a call for his match. So arm wrestlers, when you are doing it all year and all the time, most likely you're gonna be pretty much same level. You can up everything and you can rest and you're gonna be fresher and faster and have less pain on things like that. And but the whole micro macro cycles, it's good for beginner arm wrestlers or someone who can reach that potential. Because every time we have done it with my athletes, like they will prepare for three months before Europeans. So the training cycle is 3 months for the Europeans or Worlds, and we have some juniors. All of them will come out next level after that. Because it's systematic training specifically with one goal. Getting better. Yeah. Uh, did you happen to see Adrian's wrist tendon on his right arm? It's just like 1 inch proper freaky. No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Water gains helps build muscle too. Well, good old creatine. Yeah, I don't know if that helps a lot, but I put it together with my liquid collagen, and I drink it after my workouts. Yeah, someone asked me about pre-workouts. Yeah, I take those sometimes, not all the time. I can figure out like I don't need any kind of stimulation for me to train hard because that would be weird. Some people can just train with music. Some need specific things in the gym to train hard. And I thought like, well, that's weird. I it sounds like a weakness to me. And sometimes I train without any caffeine, anything, even if I'm tired or anything. So you should push yourself always. Did Giannis have any left hand matches? No. What do people train? People train their hand. It's honestly for crying out loud. Why do people train their hand? Yeah. Did Giannis have any left? Okay. He was a big fork. What collagen supplements do you use? I have made a few videos. Like it's still Flexit from Nutrend. Animal Flex is always good. Now I have like I forgot what's the brand, but they use liquid version. I feel like liquid works better. I don't know if it does, but meh, you know. Yeah, what's your take on Fraud's match? Intentional fouls at the end, stoppage, Fraud's victory or not? Well, the match ended how it ended. It really doesn't matter what I think in that match. I think Fraud won. There was some mishaps. I lost some things. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Riga style. Neviens Jānis, diemžēl nav. And he said he was at his prime in 98 to 2003. He was 60, 67 pounds. Yes. Are you much stronger after 7 years than after 2 years of arm wrestling? And what would you say? How many years do you need to be really strong? I don't understand the question. Yeah. Is forearm bone pain logical if you're an amateur? It's not bone. It's something else. It's I haven't heard when it's bone. Very rare cases where it's bone. Do no. Yeah. Do you train legs? No, my back is so messed up. I was yes, like last year I was preparing for, powerlifting meet, squatting 200 and deadlifting 250, but then my back is really messed up and it doesn't hold. I would love to be. I love squats. I love deadlifts, all that, but um, now I'm focusing on my super matches, so I don't want to have anything else. But now I get back to gym. I'll work on my core more, core stability and things that I couldn't do or was too lazy to do. So I'm gonna do that. But now it's just for me just to figure out what's next, because yeah. Did you meet up with Larry at Arnold's? I met up with like I was like I was arm wrestling. At one point, there's elbow fell something, and the pads or something. I'm like, his elbow slipped off the pad, and I hear from the sideline someone shouting like, "The elbow pads are optional. The elbow pads are optional." And I'm like, sounds like Adam. We keep arm wrestling. It's round three, and we're changing places, and I take a glimpse at the audience, and I see Adam standing there. He's like, "Yeah," and I didn't know, and he didn't know. He was just wandering around. He's like, "Dude, arm wrestling." He's like, "Dude, Coach Ray." So yeah, next day I went by to see Larry, but there was like a huge line, 2-3 hours, and I was just like, "Hey, Larry." He saw me. He's like, "Ah," but yeah, I'm always happy to see those guys. Yeah, the Dubai trip is one of the best things that happened in my life. So yeah. Let's see. I think Paul Maiden did a very good job as a ref, but the last round Stoic fraud that pissed me off. Didn't feel like it was ref's fault. He only followed the rules. Yeah, I don't remember like what happened in that last round. Thoughts on Ryan was Lachlan later. I was no joke. Prime Giannis versus Prime Engin, who you got? Depends on how many rounds. Depends on how many rounds. I think the longer it goes, more advantage Giannis can have. But Engin is a bad guy. He will know exactly how to destroy you, and I think Giannis can do it too. But it's so hard to think. I would say I would lean a little bit more on Engin just because how dominant he looked. But Giannis, when he has a mission set up and he's in a great shape, is same thing. The stylistically, it's a weird match because as soon as someone loses their hand, it's kind of over, and I think it's very easy to lose the hand for both of them. Yeah. hmm Let's see. Did you see Eddie Hall? I saw Eddie Hall. Yeah, I saw that video with him and Larry. It was cringy. Jā, Rīgas tālu. Paldies, jā, tieši tā. Prieks dzirdēt. Jānis vienkārši te nebija. Sorry, some Latvian in between. That he's scared watching Larry Armwrestling because he always puts himself in a break arm position. Do you agree with that? No. It is definitely, see, maybe when he was younger, I'm 6 feet always over him. Maybe not forearm bone, but a very specific pain on a very small point, external middle of the arm, not close to tendons or anything. And it is, it's forearm extensor muscles sometimes going to give you pain right here, and you will feel it when you do exercises right here on when you lift it up. So a lot of things can be there. So I don't know. Dude, just go to physio. Go to physio. Eddie might be 6 after 500 kilo. Ray, who impressed you most at Armwars? I think Cordeche impressed me most, because and with both arms, like that was truly dominant. He was truly dominant. I expected all the things from all the other athletes, to be honest. And like his performance was just like, dude, dude. But yeah, like someone asked me, "Do you think Giannis will win Hale?" I'm like, "Yes, I think Giannis will win Hale." Uh, just because like Giannis, Hale has struggled with great top rollers, and with really good top rollers. And Giannis is one of the best in the game. And if you don't have a good plan how to stop him from top rolling, especially with Giannis' style, with that low hand when he loads up on you, You cannot load up on him. It's crazy. Kardec looks like real life video. I could imagine him fighting game. He uses his hair as finishing move. Yeah, he does. He does. Yeah, yeah. Overall, it's been great, but yeah, like every day we stayed up a little bit longer. Woke up real early. It was like a hard day's work there, and every night we kind of went like I think we basically it's two hour time difference. So 2 hours Latvia is ahead of UK. So when I get back, I'm like yesterday we basically went to sleep at 4 a.m. I'm like, dude, I hope I'll get to sleep at 12. And of course I got to sleep at 4 a.m. And now it's 1 a.m. and I'm like, I'm ready to go. Yeah. Who would you like to see next time? Was whoever the great Neil Pickup brings. That's what I want to see. Kudeci got announced doing just so much show. He got up and crowd cheered for him. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah. Was Blood much heavier than Bozdar? I don't know how much Boji weighed, but Blood weighed little over 82 kilos. It because Vlad has so huge arms, zero legs. There's like big difference. But I think Boji was close to 80, so the difference might be 2 kilos. Oh, we have webcams chat, hot girls and boys video chat. These spammers. Yeah, Kurdachi was deep inside. No, and it wasn't even a screamer. Yeah, like we were at the Giants live event, and Neil's doing his thing, he's talking, and the guys are doing. I think it was either the last you know event or the or second to last, and the guys are doing their thing, and Neil's like, "What a screamer!" and all the arm wrestlers like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Did you hear that?" They're like, "Yeah, we heard it. I did for you guys. I did for you guys." Yeah, those shows are amazing. Yeah. Felt kind of bad for us, but yeah, he legit got injured. Like he had huge hematoma on his arm. I hope he didn't tear anything. Yeah. Hey Ray, where is it possible to watch all the matches? All the matches will go out on Neil's Pickups channels. Don't watch it anywhere else. Support arm wrestling, support Neil Pickup. Don't watch it anywhere else. Do you think the one-sided victory by Kordech against SP was a result of traveling situation, or do you think it's the same result if they run it back? Maybe, maybe something influenced that, but I think that just Kordech was too much everywhere. I just think so. Like it's hard for me to speculate, and I think I really think he hit the ceiling of the next floor, and yeah, yeah, there was no after pulling. My arms really fucked. Yeah. How are you feeling, Ray? I'm feeling way better now. I'm feeling way better. Um, Today I will have somewhat good night's sleep. A lot of stuff to do here in Latvia. I need to prepare a team for Europeans, make all the accommodations and all those things. And for sure, I'm going to bring you some footage from there. Um, there's lots more stuff that I have prepared, and I was in works before I head out, and you will see all those videos very soon. I'm gonna do a legend series where I showcase the legends of our sport in the best way that I can, like I did with John Brzenk videos. So yeah. Also, I'm doing my arm wrestling talks. I don't know if you enjoy them. I try to be as best podcast host as possible. I watched some videos how to do it better because I was, I wasn't the best before, but I try to do it better. And yeah, just bring you some interesting information. Like when I talk with someone on those Armwrestling talks, I might have similar questions for everyone, but they are not the ones that everyone usually asks. Like, what's your training now? And you're just like, but how did you get to your training? What was special? Like me and Tadzilla's talk, Armwrestling talk, it was like number 10 or something. That is really great. We had such amazing conversation, and just him speaking about John Brzenk and how John Brzenk trained and prepared, like things I kind of know and I always speculated. But just hearing from them, just the biggest thing that I remember from that talk is when you go to practice with John, and this is where everyone's like, you do a training video and someone will say like, well, John Brzenk didn't lift any weights, didn't do any specific training, doesn't how you can just pull. When John went to training, he put himself always in those worst positions that, like Takachik said, like when you go home, you think, I can beat this guy. Like I'm that strong. I can beat this guy. Because John was all the time in position where he's the weakest, where at his weakest, so he can overcome, get stronger, and get better from those positions. Yeah, does not we have Paul Maiden in the house. Paul Maiden, you don't have to defend yourself or anything, buddy. I think the refereeing was really good. Coach, do you go to chiropractors, physicals once in a while, keep your joints, muscles checked, or what do you do? I go to physiotherapists and massage experts, just to work on my traps, the problems where usually most problems will be around the neck area for arm wrestlers and bench pressers. So that's what I usually do. But I have like physio balls and massage guns and all those things, and you just, yeah, yeah. Of course, only practice, not ego showing time. Yeah, it's so easy to say. It's so hard to do. It's yeah, yeah. Massage balls. That's right. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. I do my own massage because nobody knows my body like I do. That sounded so dirty, Sanders. That sounded so dirty. Yeah. Thoughts on Michael Todd? Okay, Michael Todd and Gennady. I think it's a great match. I think I'm very interested. Will Gennady have the tools to beat Michael? Because you need to you know there's there's a blueprint on how to beat Michael. The problem is, can you execute and you have specific fundamental strengths in those areas to do it? If he has, he will beat him. If no, it's a war. It's going to be long, and if he doesn't have those tools, Michael will win, like he always does. So, you need to have those tools. You don't have those tools, bad day for you. Yeah. I love your work rate. Check out Arnold and more clips. You'll like my style. Octopus. Will do, buddy. GT go. Oh, hell yeah, Mike. Okay, Mike is fun. It also depends on the pad. Probably normal pads. Yeah, depends on how it's going to be. Mm, easy day for it. Yeah, it's one thing to understand. The second thing is to execute. Do what I say, not what I do. And that is very, very hard. But yeah, I think it's an exciting match. Gennady brings so much energy to the stage when he's pulling. Yeah, Saunders Shiz versus Michael Todd, King of the Table. Saunders needs to climb. Saunders needs to climb. Okay, guys. We're doing this for hour and 13 minutes. I really appreciate everyone's support on all those things. Videos on this channel will come out. Maybe I take a little, I'll fill something, you know. Could you beat Tom Holland, Ray? And if so, how? That's a good one. Let's talk about that one. Yeah, there was some talks, and I would love to pull Tom Holland. If my left is okay, I would pull him lefty too. Tom is, he's so tall, and he has such a good hand that it's very hard to open him up. Like, because you're so deep in his hand that it's very hard for you to get a good grip because he has long fingers to get under it. So even though I think I have the hand that I could work with him, he always gets inside in his hook. The problem for me and would be if I have solid tricep pressure, I think I'm strong enough to hit the hook first to be on top in that position like this, and that's what I need. I need more tricep finisher to just kill them from that position, because most guys, if I get in hook, I will work on their pronator, just turning them down. Tom already is there. So, and the problem is because he has such long hands, he will cup you really, really deep. So for him, it doesn't matter, that you get on his pronator because he already gave that up. So he's now 100% supinating you, and it's a really interesting match. I would love to have that match at some point, and just because it's really interesting match for me. And yeah, I will come down in weight. I will be, I think, pretty soon about 83 kilos because I got tired of being a little chubby. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Show. Tell that to Giannis. Yeah, Giannis didn't really open him up. It was real hard. Giannis got on his fingers, but Giannis is way better top roller than me. I'm talking about myself. And the problems that big guys with big hands, with tall forearms, uh, it's very, very, very hard to get that hand. But I feel I have good chances there, and I think it would be a good match. Because I work like Kaspars is faster than me. He's way more explosive. He can hit real hard. But I can work those hooks way better. I know for sure. Like when me and Kaspers get in a hook, he cannot get out. There's no chance he can get out. Uh, he can pull me to the side if I'm not working, but when we're working, and I think that's the advantage I have. The style is kind of thing that kind of scares me because usually guys will want to stay here, but Tom is completely like this, and it's not even like Frode's style. Frode's is even way more different. So for me, it's cool. It's a puzzle. It's interesting. I kind of solved the puzzle of Craig Sanders, and if we're meeting next time, I think I'm gonna improve on the things I did before, and I think I can do way better. But yeah, let me just make it clear: if you are not going to watch any of my videos, don't subscribe. Ooh, that's true. That's true. That's 100%. Sanders, Sanders gives some good training tips. Oh, webcam girls are back. Uh, Giannis was devastated during in the match. He was saying, "I want to take the wrist." It was a great moment. Yeah. You get any good after pulling footage? No, sadly there was none. Mm, Trash talk down. I need collabs. Okay, guys, I'm gonna finish this. I appreciate everyone who was involved in Armwars reality check, who was there in a crowd, took pictures with us, just making Armwrestlers feel like, like we were like we're better than we are. And overall, yeah, much love. Stay strong. Love you guys. Yeah. And always love Armwrestling like this. Nice. This is see something's there. Something's happening there. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all.